Hey everyone, John from GameJar here, going back again to Minecraft. Let's get right into it. So I have a little bit of a better plan than last time, I think. Oh, and it's still nighttime. So, oh, this is the default skin. I'm offline right now. So I'm going to skip today, and I'll be right back. Yep, that looks all right. Okay, cool. Welcome back. John from GameJar here. Doing a little bit of Minecraft today. I'll start this out live, but it'll probably end up in post later. So I have a plan this time. I could take us to a creative world here in a second, but I want to give you a little bit of an update about the channel as it stands right now. So if all goes according to plan, this is going to come out to you on a Sunday. Sunday noonish, maybe a Sunday night. That's when this is going to come out, and I think for the future, this is where all my solo content's going to end up, is over on Sundays. So right now, the schedule is pretty jam-packed. Jamey's doing a bunch of solo series. You can expect that probably on Fridays. You can expect his he'll have his Skyrim, his Obsession Quest Skyrim series going, and he'll have Batman Arkham Asylum going. I don't remember which one because I haven't started editing it yet. Yep. So the texture pack is updated a little bit from last time. You'll notice that the stone looks a lot different. That is intentional. I'm doing a lot of Optifine stuff, a lot of CTM. So here, oh, you know what I should do? I need to go grab me a sheep first. Here's where I'm going to build. Right now on the screen, I'll probably pop up some. No, I'm not. I'm going to go into a creative world here in a second. But for now, sheep. So yeah, that's the plan for the channel right now. Is on Fridays we're going to be having Jamey's solo series. On Sundays we'll be having mine. On Mondays will be the usual BioShock, and I think Wednesdays we're going to have Assassin's Creed going up. Oh, I fixed granite a little bit too. This should be looking a lot better than previously. I did it so it matches the brick texture a little bit better. Hopefully you guys will like that. I say you guys, no one's going to use the pack except me, but hopefully you like the look of it better now than it was. Oh, man. Oh, where are you? I need sheep. Help. I've trying to get used to using the control button here for run. I never got used to it previously. I'm always used to the double taps. But I should really get used to the control because it's a lot smoother for video quality. Yeah, as if this janky video has, high production values, but whatever, All right. This will give me a little bit of chance to explore the surroundings a little bit better than last time, too, because I don't think I went this way previously. Looks like we got a forest surrounding us, it seems. So the reason why the terrain, I mentioned in the last episode that the terrain was flat. The reason why it's so flat in this version of the game has to do with the fact that how it works is it works on a climate-based system now. So there's hot regions, there's cold regions, and there's neutral regions. This forest is considered a neutral region. It bridges the two. So you'll never have a desert next to like an ice spike biome anymore. It doesn't work that way anymore. But the one problem with it is it means that zones are going to be very similar. Like, for example, it could pop back in and out of savanna and desert, like over and over again for miles and miles of terrain. So unless you get really lucky on the world gen, which I didn't, as you saw last episode, I just kind of started the world and went right into it. I didn't try to pick it pre-planned. It's just gonna be this. It's gonna be a lot of the same like the same 3 biomes, unless you get really lucky with the world gen. Man, not a single sheep nearby. So another thing that I'm not used to, that was changed quite a while ago, is herds. Mobs will spawn in herds. So there will be one type of mob. Oh, there they are. Good. One type of mob altogether. And that's it. You'll just it won't be like a bunch of different ones like sheep and pigs and chickens all together. It'll be one type of mob. And I'm not sure when they added that. It may have actually been there in a long time and I never noticed it. But, okay, that should be enough wool. Good. So now we can set our spawn. Yeah, but I recall it didn't used to be that way. Perhaps my memory is fading, but if I remember right, they used to all spawn together, and now they spawn apart in these little packets, the packets, mob packets. Yeah. So headed back to our hills there. Another good thing about starting in the extreme hills is because it is so highly elevated, which is good because we're in a forest, so having tall landmarks is good. We can always find our way back fairly quickly without having to build like a giant cobblestone pillar. Sorry, I'm umming and ahhing a lot. Doing live audio is actually quite difficult. So yeah, I changed this as well. I don't think this was fixed last version of the back. I don't like the fact that reeds are colored with the biomes now. I hate it, actually. So I've went into the physical models themselves, and I have replaced them with this version that does not change biome colors. So the reeds will all be the same color throughout, like they used to be. And I don't know if there's a way to do it using the biome colors, but I don't think so. I wasn't able to find like a PNG file that would easily change the reed colors back to original by like setting it as white or something. The only thing I could find was a way to change the models in order to fix it. Oh, Jesus, that looks bright in this texture pack. All right, so let me get back here and build a bed back up to my little top of the world there, and then I think we will cut over to my creative world. And I could show you what the plan is for our first house here. So the idea of this is there's not going to be too many live cuts, but I wanted to show that I could do live cuts without too much difficulty. Because this isn't going to be all post content. I think maybe I wasn't being very clear last episode because I didn't say clearly enough. All of last episode was entirely recorded separately from the audio, and I think it became obvious by the end, but I don't think I ever said it specifically, so let me say it now. All of the audio on that episode was done afterwards. It was done after the video content was made. So it's not even remotely close to sunset yet. But let's head over to the creative world, and I will show you what we have planned for this house. Balls. All right. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm turned the right way. All right, you ready for the grand reveal? Oh, too close. Oh, well. So this is the plan for our first place here. This kind of church dealio will be. Let's do a turnaround. The church dealio is probably going to be sitting right there at the back, looking over the forest where we started at. So that'll be probably hanging off the cliff or getting very close to hanging off the cliff. The good thing about doing this is kind of my build style, is I like to build on these kind of stilts. Allyson calls them, what did she calls them? She calls them Lincoln logs, the Lincoln log style of building, where I use these big trunks here to build a framework out of the house, and then I kind of build little platforms on top of it out of wood or stone or hardened clay. And down here I have these, it's going to be a while before I get glowstone. If I can find pumpkins, I can find some kind of jack-o'-lanterns, I'll use those. But if I can't, I'll have to use torches, like maybe some kind of chandelier pattern, until I get glowstone. So this is the plan for the first house. Let me lead you through it here. And the dimensions may change before I show you through it. This may get closer. This may get closer to this to tie it all together a bit better. We'll see. I am not entirely decided on that yet. These are stone bricks, mossy stone bricks. I think you can craft them in this version of the game with slime balls. I don't recall. There's no way to get up here yet, so I'm going to make a temporary one. I'll think of something fancy when we do the real one. And you go out to this platform here. This is going to be the build platform. You'll be able to see around. And a major part of what I want for this building is I want it so you can always have a way out. There's a bunch of ways to leave the building, not just a static single way through a door or something, but I want there to be multiple paths out of this place. So this is one right here. The idea is you adjusting the mic here. You can just fall. That's one. Easy, pretty simple one. So the whole thing's gonna work like a big old parkour map where you can wander through. Oh, and I immediately mess it up. So, for example, you can get to the church by hopping here on this log, or you can go over here to this cleverly placed little vine and climb up here. You don't have the cakes. And this takes you to the bedroom. Door closes automatically behind you, and this is where you'll sleep. And here, it'll take us out to the outside, looking over our forest, and I'm going to have some kind of jump pad. Some kind of jump pad that's going to take us to our other buildings. And that's kind of the plan. Now, I have kind of a rough idea of what I want to do for the main world. Let's go ahead and head back. The plan for the main world here is I'm going to be playing kind of a crazy game of the floor is made of lava. So what I mean by that is I don't want to have to hit the floor once I enter a building. I want alternate paths. So rail lines, horses, slime blocks, and much, much later, the elytra wings. I do not want to hit the ground at any point. The elytra wings are kind of cheating. I may not even build around the elytra wings. I may just build around static pathways because they look cooler and they present more of a building challenge than flying. Yeah, that's the plan. Let me kill some cows while I'm talking here. So yeah, I want to be able to have multiple paths through this place, and the dream, is that once I've built a bunch of this stuff, that'll all tie it together. Because it's not just about the buildings you make. I find, at least, that it's about the world around those buildings that really sell these builds, these big, huge, massive builds that you see people make. That's a terrible furnace location. It's all temporary anyway, but God, it's got to look a little bit better than that. Jesus. Cook some of that up. I'm going to make a second one, too, so I can cook up some mutton. All right, so I think that's going to be good. And yep, I'm going to wait it out till night and sit in the bed. But that's all you're going to get from me for now. I'm going to do a little bit of a time lapse, I think. It's just to get us started here. It'll probably be mostly me running back and forth getting wood for most of the time lapse. But I'm going to try to get the first structure up while during the time lapse. All right. See you in a sec. Bye. I have no way of telling if that cut was any good. All right, I'm back again with you. This is several days later now. I'm talking in post, by the way, talking over this video. So I wanted to drop back in here to explain what I'm doing. Notice that I'm leaving the bottom trees on the trunk still there, and I'm doing that because I really like the look of like you clearing an entire forest out. But you can't see that if you take out the trees completely. So I leave the stumps. There. Oh, and here I'm just cleaning out this tree that I forgot. Yeah, I think it looks really cool. Sorry about that. Back to the montage.
Hey, crossing my fingers that didn't turn out too bad. So this is what we have right now for our house. I decided on magenta wool, magenta hardened clay, sorry, instead of, I believe it was the dark blue we were using before. Or was it? It was light blue, actually. The light blue clay that we used in the creative world. And the reason why is it's going to be a little difficult to find light blue right now. It requires bone meal and it requires lapis lazuli, and we have neither of those things. And I'm not sure when, if ever, we're going to get it. So I had found lilacs while I was exploring. We have a birch forest out that a ways. It's not rendering right now, but we do. And I turned that into the magenta clay, and I think that works okay because we're using it only as an accent block. So as long as we keep, as we turn the glass into magenta glass instead of the light blue, I think we should be good. And this is what I decided for the interior stairs here, and this is the start of our building, our wooden platform. And I think that's pretty good for our first episode. I hope all those cuts turned out okay, because I did a whole bunch of them. Let's go to sleep here real fast. So, I don't think I've mentioned it anywhere. But yes, all the music in this video and in all of our videos are done by me, or by a friend of mine. And so don't copyright strike me, please. Yep. So next time we're probably going to try to get further along, maybe try to finish this house, and yeah, and then we'll start working on the jump pads, I think. Start working on the jump pads. It's going to be a very long way over there. We're going to have to look for slime chunks. I'm sure there's some apps or something that'll do that for you. I still need to move my storage. That's still a thing. And I need to move all these furnaces. I think I showed it very briefly in the clip, but I noticed it and took the clay out because instead of putting the clay blocks into the furnaces, I had put the regular clay in there, and I was this close to putting coal in them and turning all of my clay into bricks, regular bricks. And that's a pumpkin over there, I think. Is there, what's the zoom feature in Optifine? Is it it's not, I don't know what it is, but there's a pumpkin over there that I didn't notice before. That's gonna be good, because that's going to supplement our glowstone, because we're not in the nether yet. This is very early tech house we have right here, so I don't even have a stone sword yet, I don't think. All I have are stone tools, and I was using this wooden sword and this stone shovel, and that's what I've been using so far. Very low tech. I haven't been to a single cave yet since episode 1. I've just been preparing for this little structure here, so we have something to work with for future. Do I have any stone? I can finish this off. I don't know why I didn't do that. Alright, cool. That's alright. Sweet. So that's gonna do us, I think, for today. Bye! Bye-bye!